Hello, friends, and thank you as always for visiting the Legend Sports Universe YouTube channel, Legend Sports Universe, where legends play forever. This is Game 4 of the Franchise Stars Baseball League World Series, Year 1 of the FSBL. The San Francisco Giants try to get the series even here at Candlestick Park after the big Game 3 win, 7-5. Offense woke up after scoring only one run in each of the first two games as they were routed in games 1 and 2 in Oakland. The Giants will now turn to Carl Hubbell. Hubbell was roughed up in the first game of this series that bring him back on short rest. The other option was Larry Jansen, but Jansen was pummeled in his NLCS start. So the Giants have opted to call on Hubbell, hoping for a better performance out of the left-hander today. The A's go with Tim Hudson. Hudson was excellent in his first start in the division series against the Angels, but he was battered for 10 hits and 6 runs over 4 2/3 in his start against the Indians in the ALCS. But Hudson was a 20-game winner. They want to give him the start, give Rube Waddell the opportunity to get full rest to go in Game 5. Nathaniel Lentz, Bernard Strom, Sports Replays. Great to see you, gentlemen. I hope all is well with you. So this will be Hubbell's 5th start of the postseason, 2-1, 4.39 ERA for Hubbell in the playoffs. He'll face Ricky Henderson to get things underway here in Game 4. Ricky batting .236 so far in the postseason. Hubbell rocks and fires. Fastball misses inside, and we're underway. A little bit of time this morning. Figured we would get Game 4 in. Excited to get through this World Series. Again, after the series ends, it'll probably be about 3 weeks. The target will be for Year 2 of the FSBL to kick off around Labor Day. Once I get the draftees created and make any necessary adjustments, a couple things I want to tinker with after the season. Henderson grounds out. McCovey flips it to Hubbell, and there's one away. Here's the A's starting lineup. Henderson, North, and Fox. McGuire, Baker, and Jackson. Semien, Shea, and Campaneris. Marcus Semien inserted back into the lineup. He has not had a good postseason, but he's been better than Danny Murphy, who's been atrocious, and then made the big error yesterday in Game 3 to help open the floodgates. In that first inning, led to Catfish Hunter's quick demise. Bill North, 400 so far in the playoffs. He's been the reserve. A little bit surprising they're sitting Tilly Walker after the 2-homer day. But this is kind of how they've handled it. They've played North against lefties a good amount of the time. In 111 games during the regular season and make it to the World Series, you don't tinker with much. 1-2 offering, screwball misses away, count goes to 2-2. Fastball down low, the count goes full. Jimmy Fox waits on deck. Fox has homered in each of the last 2 games of the series, as his bat has started to heat up after a relatively cold American League Championship Series. North skies this one shallow center. Dark goes out, long way to run. Mays could have gotten there, a little surprised that Dark ended up taking that, but he does, and there's 2 men down. So here's Jimmy Fox. Fox batting .260, 4 home runs, 8 runs batted in here in the playoffs. Outstanding regular season for Fox, who will be in the MVP conversation. First pitch in there for a strike. Hubbell comes inside with the fastball. That one misses. It's 1-1. Bernard, do you have any broadcast going on today? If you do, feel free to drop the info on that into the chat. Screwball misses away. It's 2-1. Oh, that's a nice curveball from Hubbell. Evens the count at 2 apiece. Nice screwball there. Fox fights it off. To the right side and out of play. Screwball again. That's Hubbell's main pitch. Darts away well off the plate, and the count is full to Fox. Mike McGuire swings in the on-deck circle. Hubbell delivers. Screwball misses down low for ball 4. So Fox works out the walk, and now Hubbell has to deal with McGuire. Big Mac 244 so far in the playoffs. Takes the ball down low. 3 homers, 6 runs batted in. I'm not sure if McGuire has a single yet in the postseason. I feel like everything has either been a double or it's left the yard. I'm sure he does somewhere along the line. Ball again misses down low. So other than the one he went high on with Fox, Hubbell's trying to keep that screwball down. But the A's aren't biting. And McGuire, well, we were just talking about the homers, and there's one of them. Mark McGuire takes Carl Hubbell deep into the San Francisco night, his 4th home run of the postseason, and the A's take a 2-0 lead here in the first. 2-out thunder from Oakland. So McGuire, Hubbell fell behind him 2-0, and McGuire got a pitch he could handle, and he obliterated it. He knew that one as soon as it was off the bat, and so did everybody else. So now Hubbell, with the 2-out runs given up there, has to go and try to right the ship. Remember, the A's got to him with 2 outs in Game 1 of this series. Here's Frank Baker, and Baker swinging a red-hot bat, 326. He has homered in the last 2 games as well. Screwball in there for a strike. Hubbell's ahead of Baker 0-2. Bernard Strom notes these A's are going to be tough to beat. They are. They are just, and they really haven't, other than the Murphy error as Baker goes down swinging there. So Hubbell bounces back to fan Baker. Get him through the first. But the walk to Fox, the home run to McGuire, give the A's a 2-0 lead. We head to the bottom of the first here in San Francisco. Now here's Tim Hudson. Hudson 1-1, 2 postseason starts, a 6.35 earned run average. He was very solid in his start against the Angels, but the Indians knocked him around. 10 hits, 6 runs, over 4 1/3. In Game 3 of that ALCS. But Hudson did win 20 games during the regular season. The A's confident that he will bounce back in this one. Alvin Dark pops it up out in the shallow right. Semien is under it, puts it away, and there's 1 down.
Batting second, the designated hitter, number 9.
Dark, Belt, and Mays, Ott, McCovey, and Posey, Kent, Lindstrom, and Bobby Thompson round out the lineup for the Giants. So 1 pitch, 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Here's Brandon Belt. Belt batting 190 so far in the playoffs. He swings at the first pitch, fouls it off. Belt the DH against right-handers. The Sarge Gary Matthews DHs against lefties. Fastball misses up and away. It's 1-1. Again, if you are new to the Franchise Stars Baseball League concept, it's franchise stars, but it's a little bit different than your normal kind of setup. As Dark pops this one up, Baker puts it away for 2 outs. Each franchise has a 100-player master pool of their best players. For this first season, 40 players from that pool were taken by random generator. The remaining 60 players will all enter overtime 4 at a time in subsequent amateur drafts. So this is designed to go on for a long time. You don't know what your luck of the draw is for each franchise. Some teams got a great opening draw, like the A's and Giants, for example. Some teams have, a good base, but didn't get a great first draw. A team like the Atlanta Braves, for example. They don't have Aaron yet. They don't have Eddie Matthews yet, etc. They will come into the league. It will just take a little while to get here. It might be year 2 or 3. It might be year 5 or 6. This kind of gives a little bit more. It's a nice play by Reggie Jackson. Long way to go into foul territory. And Willie Mays is set aside. So a 1-2-3 inning for Hudson. After the 2 spot by the A's in the top half, we head to the top of the second. A's 2, Giants nothing. That setup of the league is just designed to give it a little bit more of a career kind of feel, as I plan on this going on for quite a while. So Hubbell back to work. Here's Reggie Jackson. Jackson 217 in the playoffs. Pulls this one foul. Jackson was abysmal in the Division Series sweep of the Angels and the first few games of the ALCS. He then carried the A's to victory in games 4 and 5 with a pair of home runs. Huge home runs in big spots in each game. Now he's settled in to be decent since then. But I believe he was, if I remember right, he was 2 for 20 in the postseason until that Game 4 breakout against the Indians. Hubbell's ahead of him 0-2 here. Down low with that screwball, Jackson swings and misses. Down in the dirt, Posey has to throw it down to first. McCovey has it. And Jackson's retired. Second strikeout for Hubbell. And that'll bring up Marcus Semien. Semien batting .205 thus far in the playoffs. Screwball there, just misses outside. Homer and 2 RBIs for Semien. Semien homered in the Game 1 14-1 rout in Oakland. That one's in there, counts 1-1. There's a shot, line, nice play by Dark, ranging to his left. Softly hit line. Dark puts it away. Semien's retired. There's 2 down here in the top of the second. In steps Wally Shang. Shang has caught every game of the postseason for the A's. 244. Screwball in there for a called strike. Hubbell checks in. Gets the sign from Posey. Lines and deals. Shang grounds it to third, right at Lindstrom. Throws across the diamond. Shang is retired, and so are the A's. So a bounce back inning there from Carl Hubbell. He gets the A's in order. We head to the bottom of the second. Oakland 2, San Francisco nothing here. Game 4 of the FSBL World Series. In steps Mellott, Ott 238, but a 992 OPS. He's made his hits count. 5 homers, 11 RBIs. He'll step in to face Tim Hudson, who only needed 7 pitches to get through the first. Fastball in there for a called strike. Delivery. Curveball swung on and missed. So Hudson ahead of Ott 0-2. A's slotted to have their ace, Rube Waddell, pitch Game 5. Slider inside, ties Ott up. He goes down swinging. First strikeout for Hudson, and there's one away.
Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 44.
Here's Willie McCovey. McCovey's been the Giants' best hitter, most consistent hitter of the postseason. 318 for stretch. Fastball misses down low. Rolls away, but nobody on the bases. 1021 OPS for McCovey, 4 homers, 6 runs batted in. That's a good-looking fastball, but it's called inside. So Hudson behind McCovey 2-0 here. Fastball up high, and it's 3-0. Buster Posey waits on deck. Posey and McCovey reverse slots. Whether it's righty or lefty, McCovey hits in the 6th hole against lefties, 5 against righties. Fastball there, misses low, so Hudson walks McCovey on 4 pitches. It's a 1-out base runner for the Giants, and Posey will step in. Posey batting .311. He's had a very nice postseason for himself. Fastball from Hudson in there for a called strike. 2 homers, 10 RBIs for Posey. Hudson takes a glance over at McCovey. He's not going anywhere. Posey turns around on the fastball, pulls it foul, and Hudson's ahead of him 0-2. Comes up and a bit tight with the fastball. Posey fights it off. This umpiring crew has generally been a bit tight on the corners, a bit loose at the top of the zone. Rube Waddell used that to his advantage in striking out 12 in Game 1. Posey hits this one well to left, but it's hooking foul. It'll end up out of play. Hudson back to the set, adjusts his grip. Another high fastball. Posey sends it out to right. Jackson is there. Barely has to move, puts it away for out number 2.
Batting 7, the second baseman. Yeah.
So that'll bring up Jeff Kent. Kent 294 in the playoffs. No homers, 1 RBI. That RBI came in yesterday's game. Kent has played a little bit less. During the regular season, he was the main second baseman. He played about 50-50 with Robbie Thompson in the postseason. Thompson has been great defensively and offensively. Kent hits this one well, though. That's deep to left. It's off the wall. Henderson plays it great. McCovey did not get a good break, and that's going to be a single. So Kent scalds this ball to left. Henderson plays it absolutely perfectly off the base of the wall. McCovey did not get a good break, and McCovey holds at second. We'll see if that proves costly. Here's Freddie Lindstrom. Slider swung on and missed for strike 1. Lindstrom 256 in the playoffs, no homers and an RBI. Hudson deals fastball at the knees. Count goes to 0-2 on Lindstrom. Lindstrom has played a terrific third base so far in the playoffs. There's a shot down to first. Fox is going to take it to the bag himself. He beats him there, and the side is retired. So the Giants threaten but do not score. We head to the top of the third. Oakland still up 2-0. Here's Bert Campaneris. Campaneris 321 so far in the playoffs. Breaking ball, Campaneris first pitch swinging, flies it to right. Ott comes in a couple steps, puts it away, and there's one down as Beatles eternally joins us. How are you, my friend? Good to see you this morning. I hope all is well with you. Catch you up. The A's up 2-0. First inning, 2 outs. Fox walked, and then McGuire took Carl Hubbell deep into the seats and left. Shot by Henderson. That's towards the gap in right center. Mays is going to cut it off. He does, but Henderson so fast, he'll be in the second easily anyway. Line shot there just out of the reach of Jeff Kent, and Henderson is on with a one-out double here in the top of the third. Good job by Say Hey Willie to get out there and cut that ball off. That goes to the wall. That's at least a triple, and Henderson probably could have considered trying to round the bases all the way. They go for the pickoff. He dives back in. Kent tried to slide in there. Henderson up to the task. Here's Bill North. North is 0 for 1. Henderson has stolen third a few times in this postseason. Not out of the question he'd try to do it here. Hubbell and Posey very well aware of that. Hubbell glances Henderson back and delivers. And Bill North, deep drive to left. That's way back, and it's out of here. Bill North, his first home run of the postseason, the second homer allowed by Carl Hubbell today. Bill North, not who you're expecting to hit that shot, but he does. And it's 4-0 Oakland here in Game 4. The A's out to a commanding lead. I thought this ball was going to hook foul. It's off the netting on the foul pole, and it's 4-0 Oakland. In steps Jimmy Fox. Fox walked in the first, scored on McGuire's homer. Fastball here misses down low. Got to be a very short leash for Hubbell, but this is where the Giants' bullpen, which has been their weakness in this postseason, comes into play. Fox hits this one out to center. Mays playing really deep, comes on, and Mays gets there. There's 2 away. The Giants are a little bit stuck. It's been nobody in their bullpen has been effective. Their starters had been effective until this series. Here's Mark McGuire. 2-run blast in the first. Yes, that draft is a lot of fun, and I love the concept behind it. You and Steve and Cluse Beatles have done a really cool job with that. That's a great idea and a great way to do something like that. I almost drafted Howie Shanks as a gag pick. I got one of the years where he was on the roster. And I thought about picking him, but I had gone pitching heavy to that point anyway, and I really couldn't afford to piss away an offensive threat. So I didn't take him. Fly ball, foul territory down the right side. Now falling to no man's land. If I get the opportunity to take Shanks again late with a late round pick, and I like how my team looks, I would probably do it. McGuire laces this one in the right. That's a base hit. So McGuire and Fox heating up at the right time. Neither had a great series against Cleveland. Part of why the A's got themselves into trouble in that series, but they survived. Now here's Frank Baker. Baker has been swinging a great bat. Here's a shot up the middle. Dark ranges to his left, can't come up with it. It's in the center. McGuire holds at second. Mays gets it in quickly. But Carl Hubbell not fooling anybody here. Again, Hubbell back on short rest. Giants thought about going to Larry Jansen, but Jansen's one postseason start. He was battered and knocked out in the third inning by the Cardinals. So he didn't inspire enough confidence to bring him back. They figured they would turn to Hubbell, hope he was better than Game 1. And thus far, that has not been the case. Here's Reggie Jackson. Jackson 0 for 1. He struck out in the second. The other problem that the Giants have is because their bullpen's been so shaky, they've used a few guys who could have possibly started in relief recently. They've used Rube Marquardt. They used Tim Lincecum the other day. So the struggles of their bullpen have really kind of hamstrung the Giants in navigating this series when their starters have struggled a bit. Pitch from Hubbell. Misses inside. Dwayne Martz, YouTube Network, joining us. How are you, Dwayne? I hope all is well with you, my friend. Marcus Semien swings in the on-deck circle. Fastball in there for a called strike. Fastball misses inside. Hubbell walks Jackson. They have not shown the Giants bullpen yet. I'm not sure if anybody is working out there. Again, the Giants bullpen has been shaky, but you cannot let Carl Hubbell get blasted here. Here's Marcus Semien. Semien is 0 for 1. Ground ball. Nice play by Lindstrom. Down into foul territory. Lindstrom decides his easiest play is at home. That's actually not a bad decision. He didn't think he would beat the runner to the base. Slow-footed runner on third, though. And he decides to go home. Heads up play by Lindstrom, who, as we mentioned, has played a terrific third base for the Giants. Side is retired, but Bill North's 2-run homer gives the A's a 4-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the third. Here's Bobby Thompson. Thompson batting .262 in the playoffs. 2 homers, 5 runs batted in for him. Shot out in the center. North breaks well on it. He's there. Puts it away, and there's one down.
Up next for the Giants, the shortstop, Alvin.
Here's Alvin Dark. Fastball misses inside. It's 1-0. Greatly appreciate you guys tuning in for this Saturday morning broadcast. Not a time I usually have the freedom to do one. My wife and my one son have an eye doctor appointment, so they are at that. Figured they were going to be a while. Figured I would try to slip a game in, not knowing if I'd be able to get one in late tonight. Two and 1 the count. Here as Hudson works to Dark. Slider in there for a called strike. It's 2-2. Splitter misses down low. Brandon Belt waits on deck. There's the pitch. Fouled off. See the action in the Giants bullpen. Hudson delivers. Slider misses down in the dirt. It's ball 4. So Dark draws the walk. Here's Brandon Belt. Belt popped out his first time up. Hudson will keep an eye on Dark. Belt hits a shot. Well to right. It's hooking. And it goes foul. Belt put a good swing on that one. Got a little bit out in front of it. Fastball, that's a generous call there. Hudson gets the strike call though. And another one. Brandon Belt. You can see Belt wants to say something to the ump, but he doesn't. That is back-to-back pitches right along the outside corner. Both of those looked outside. Hudson gets the call. Down goes Belt, and there's 2 men down here in the third. Here's Willie Mays. And Mays, deep into the night to left. And the Say Hey Kid goes yard. And boy, did the Giants need that. Willie Mays, his 6th home run of the playoffs, takes Tim Hudson deep, and the Giants are back in this game. They cut the deficit to 4-2. Willie Mays unloads. Mays had been slumping, and boy did he and the Giants need that here. A no-doubter. The only question was if it was going to stay fair. Mays not cheated at all. StatCast calls that one 427. And Mays with the 2-run shot cuts the deficit to 4-2. Fastball to Ott misses down low. Now the Giants will really rue those 2 outside strikes that were called on Brandon Belt. In case Belt could have gotten on, that would have been a 3-run shot. Of course, you don't know how anything would have proceeded from there. 1-1 offering, splitter down low. There's that outside corner pitch. He does not get that one, and the count is 3-1. Very similar pitch to the 2 strikes he got on Belt. So Hudson scuffling a bit here in the 3rd. Ott yanks it foul, and the count goes full. Shot fouled off the other way. Ground ball to the right side. Fox has it. He'll take it to the bag. Ott is retired. And the side is retired. But Willie Mays puts the Giants back in this one. Hudson knew that one. Curveball came too much in the middle of the plate. And Mays sends it into the seats. Giants cut the deficit. We head to the top of the 4th. A's 4, Giants 2. So Hubbell is staying in. I cannot imagine there is much line left on the leash for the left-hander. Here's Wally Shea. Twirls the bat as he steps in. Fastball. Borderline. Hubbell not happy about that. But it's calling the ball. He's behind 1-0. Dwayne has a broadcast. Excellent. You doing NASCAR, Dwayne, or are you doing baseball today? 2-0 the count here as Hubbell works to Shea. Shot out in the left towards the gap. That ball's hit well by Wally Shang, and Shang goes deep. Wally Shang, his first home run of the postseason, answers the Mays home run and gets the A's another run. It's 5-2 Oakland. And that is huge. Take the momentum right back from the Giants after the Mays homer. Shang not a huge long ball threat. Neither was North, and they've both gone deep here. Here's Bert Campaneris. And I'm sorry, and I know the Giants' bullpen has been atrocious. This is being very poorly managed by the San Francisco Giants, though. They've got to have a reliever coming in at this point. Hubbell has given up 3 long balls, and we're here with no outs in the top of the 4th. Hubbell ahead of Campaneris 0-2. Campaneris over the head of Willie McCovey in the right. It's a base hit for Campaneris. And the crowd here in San Francisco getting restless, to say the least. Campanera, certainly a base-stealing threat, is on here. The Giants are managing this game like they don't know what to do. Runner goes. Campaneris in there easily. Stolen base for Campy, and the A's have another runner in scoring position. There has to be somebody out in that piece it through with the bullpen. Give each guy an inning or whatever and try to get your way through this game. If the Giants lose this game, they are in a 3-1 series hole, with the A's sending Rube Waddell, their ace, to the mound for Game 5.
The center fielder, number 2, North.
Tapper back to the mound. There's the first out of the inning. Here's Bill North. North hit that 2-run homer in the third. Kickoff throw. Campaneris dives back in. The throw. Try to pick him off again. Campaneris once again dives back. Screwball misses away. It's 1-0 to North. Another pickoff attempt. That one was close. He just got back in. Usually we don't see that many pickoff attempts at second. They are really trying to catch Campaneris there. High curveball in for a strike. Shot out into right center. Long run, Mays is going to have to play it on the hop. Run comes around. Campaneris scores. It's an RBI single for Bill North, and the A's take a 6-2 lead here in the fourth inning.
The first baseman, number 3, Jimmy Fox.
Oakland has just been exceptional in this series. Giants got their offense going in Game 3. I still cannot believe they are not taking Hubbell out. Overall, I think the bullpen management in this game and in this postseason in particular has largely been pretty good. But this one, again, I know the bullpen is terrible. I don't know what the machinations are of how the show decides when it's going to a reliever. I mean, they had the quick hook on Catfish Hunter in Game 3 when Hunter got knocked around, so they didn't wait. Oh, the trainer. Oh, this is interesting. Bill North diving back in on the pickoff attempt, and North is in pain. Bill North is in pain, and North is going to come out of this game. Interesting here. We're going to check on the status of Bill North after the game. Looks like something in the upper arm area. But North is going to come out. Tilly Walker will come in to run for North. Walker, of course, 2 home runs in Game 3. Walker has been great in the postseason. And North has been great in this one. Hubbell is behind Fox 3-0 here. Fox yanks that one foul. And the Giants just feel like they have nobody to turn to. But again, this is a situation Hubbell has to come out of this game. Regardless of how bad the bullpen has been, try to just get 3 outs from every reliever you have. And they've had guys warming up now. They've had guys warming up for the last couple innings, and they haven't pulled the trigger on the switch. Ground ball down to Lindstrom. Lindstrom picks it, throws to second for 1, on to first. It's a 5-4-3 double play, and that gets Hubbell through the inning. But not before Wally Shang goes deep Bill North hits the RBI single. We head to the bottom of the fourth, and the A's extend their lead to 6-2.
Your attention, please. A defensive change for
Tilly Walker will stay in the game for the injured Bill North. He'll play center.
number 24. Leading off for the Giants, the first baseman.
Here's Willie McCovey. McCovey walked his first time up. Slider in there for a called strike. It's 0-1. McCovey tapper down to first. Fox flips it to Hudson, and there's one away. So after giving up the 2-run home run to Mays in the last inning, Hudson will try to go and quiet things as the A's got those 2 runs back for him in the top half of this one. Here's Buster Posey. Fastball in there for a called strike. Splitter in there for another strike. So Hudson quickly ahead of Posey 0-2. Fastball misses up high. Posey line that shot. That's going to be in the right field for a base hit. So an opposite field, 1-out single for Buster Posey.
Now batting, the second baseman.
He fights off the slider inside. Now here's Jeff Kent. Kent 1 for 1. First pitch from Hudson in there for a called strike. Kent singled back in the second. So Beatles, when did we settle on the next draft day? Is it was Thursday night like confirmed and agreed upon? 0-2 count to Kent here. Fastball misses up and in. Alrighty, I'll be able to do it. Great slider there from Hudson at the knees. Kent not happy about that call, but that's a nice pitch from Hudson. Third strikeout. Hudson just peppers the bottom of the zone. Well worked by Hudson, and there's 2 away. Here's Freddie Lindstrom. Lindstrom's 0-1. Yeah, I mean, I listen to your broadcasts from work anyway, so like I can sign on, and I probably won't be as involved in the chatting and whatnot, but I'll be able to navigate my picks. Fastball there at the top of the zone, called strike from Lindstrom. It's 1-1. Shot back to the box. Hudson has it. Throws to first. Lindstrom's retired, and Hudson is through the 4th. So 4 in the books here at Candlestick. We head to the top of the 5th. Something has to change for the Giants. Down 2-1 in the series. They're down 6-2 here in Game 5. They're staying with Hubbell. Unbelievable. Again, I mean, the bullpen has an ERA close to 8 in the playoffs. I understand that, but right now your starter is giving up 6 runs. Like that's beyond the point of just, you know, the bullpen can't really do worse than that. Shot down to first. McCovey has it, flips to Hubbell. Covering first, and there's 1 down. Holly the Bernie Noodle comes to lay at my feet here. She's not as impressed with this series as other people are. Here's Frank home run Baker. Baker 1 for 2. He's singled back in the third. There's a shot by Baker the other way, but foul. Steve Tate has joined us. How are you, my friend? Thanks for checking in. The A's are really, really tough, man, and they're playing really well in this series. And the Giants are, I've been talking about it, the Giants are just kind of stuck. Their bullpen has been so bad, and they're leaving Hubbell in here. And again, they've had quick, though the game AI has had quick hooks in other games. They had the quick hook on Catfish Hunter in game 3. But the Giants, I assume it's because you look out in that bullpen and every guy who's relieved for the Giants in this postseason has an ERA of over 5. So they're just trying to ride Hubbell out. Replay Sports Channel joined us. Good to see you, sir. Thank you so much for checking in. Little Saturday morning World Series baseball. The A's trying to take a 3-1 series lead. A's led 4-0, 2-run homers from Mark McGwire and Bill North. Willie Mays went deep for a 2-run shot. And that's it. That's it. That's the end of things for Hubbell. They can't let it go any longer. Probably let Hubbell go too long as it is. So now we'll see who the Giants turn to. My pick would be Red Ames. We'll see who they go to. It's going to be Jeff Tesreau. So Jeff Tesreau, 6.75 ERA in the postseason. In 2 appearances, over 5 in the third innings. So the Giants are going to try to cobble this together, but they are really in a rough patch here. Again, the A's up 2-1 in the series. If they win this game, they will send their ace, Rube Waddell, who was dominant in Game 1, and will be on full rest, out to the mound for a potential Game 5 clincher. Throw over to first, Baker gets back. Pitch from Tesreau, misses up and away. And Jackson, deep the other way. That ball is out of here. Reggie goes deep. The straw that stirs the drink goes yard, his third postseason home run. And once again, the Giants bullpen throws kerosene on the fire. 2-run shot from Jackson. It is 8-2 Oakland. 4th home run of the game for the A's. And now you're starting, now you get a little bit of an idea why the Giants rode Hubbell as long as they did. Reggie, obviously a super pull hitter. It's funny, in Game 3, they've overshifted him all throughout the playoffs. He finally beat the shift going the other way, and now he goes the other way for a long ball. 8-2 Oakland. The Giants are just being taken to the woodshed. Again, the A's won the first 2 games of this series by a combined score of 19-2. Giants got the win there. This is another one that's hit well, but Thompson puts it away for out number 2.
The batter, number 8.
Here's switch hitting Wally Shang. Shang homered his last time up. To take all the momentum back for the A's, Mays had homered in the bottom half of the prior inning to get the Giants back within 2 at 4-2. And then Shang hit the leadoff home run the next inning off of Hubbell to get the lead back to 5-2. A's have homers from McGwire, North, Shang, and Jackson. Bill North has since been removed from the game for an injury. Tilly Walker is in his place out in center. Gondola, that sounds like a home run call right there from Replay Sports Channel. I like that. Bert Campaneris waits on deck. Pitch from Tesreau. Screw ball swung on and missed. Steve, I was mentioning before, I said to be able to say to you too, great job last night with the draft. I'm really glad I ended up taking a part in that. It was really well done. A lot of fun. The whole concept was great and everything. So swung on and missed, but Jackson goes deep for the 2-run shot. We are midway through in San Francisco. The Giants have some heavy lifting to do. They trail 8-2. I'm going to let this play out. I need to check out of this broadcast for 2 minutes. Bobby Thompson steps in.
Leading up for the Giants, the left fielder, Bobby Thompson. Now batting, number 9.
Sorry about that. So apparently the Giants do better if I check out of the broadcast. So the deficit is cut to 8-3. Hudson works away. 2-0 count to Mays. Shot out to right. That ball's hit pretty well too, but Jackson's there. Puts it away. And the side is retired here in the 5th. But the Giants pick up a run. We head to the top of the 6th. Oakland 8, San Francisco 3. Here's Bert Campaneris. Jeff Tesreau, despite throwing fuel on the fire in the 5th, in relief of Hubbell, comes on to start the 6th. Madison Bumgarner and Red Ames throwing in the bullpen. High ball to right. Ott ranges over, puts it away for out number 1.
Now that left fielder, Ricky.
Here's Ricky Henderson. Henderson 1 for 3, doubled and scored. Ground ball to third, first pitch swinging. Lindstrom throws Henderson out, and there's quickly 2 down here in the top of the 6th.
Now batting, number 44.
So here's Tilly Walker. Walker banged .382 in the playoffs. He has been outstanding. He sat today in favor of Bill North. North, of course, hit a 2-run homer and had an RBI single before leaving for injury, so Walker has come back into play anyway. North calling it a strained tricep, injured as he dove back into the base on the pickoff attempt. He's day-to-day. That one's in there. It's 1-2 to Walker. Ezra deals. Swung on and missed in the dirt. Posey's going to have to throw to first to complete it, and he does. The A's have turned aside here in the 6th. So we go to the bottom half. There's the stupid uniform glitch. Ott, McCovey, and Posey due up for the Giants, who have to start chipping away here. They trail it 8-3. Now Ott 0 for 2, struck out and grounded out. He's 3 for 12 now in the series. Hudson delivers. Splitter misses outside for ball 1. Son coming down to say good morning to me here. Shot just foul. Ott yanks it outside the first baseline. 2-2 the count to Ott, leading off the bottom of the 6th. The big inning for Hudson. Getting through this inning clean will go a long way towards wrapping this one up. The Giants will turn to Tim Keefe on short rest for Game 5. A's will send out their ace, Drew Boisdel. If things hold here, that will be an opportunity to clinch the series. Ground ball to second, Semien throws Ott out, and there's one away.
Now batting, number 44.
So here's McCovey. McCovey 0 for 1. He walked back into second. Hudson delivers. Fastball in there for a strike. William McCovey is going to be in that National League MVP conversation. He won the home run crown with 51. An absolute torrid final 6 weeks for McCovey. I think he hit 13 or 14 home runs over the final 6 weeks of the season. He has stayed hot through the playoffs. Chases that one out of the zone. And it's foul. The count goes to 1-2. Again, the A's with an 8-3 lead here with 4 home runs on the game. 3 of them of the 2-run variety. Comes inside, strikes out McCovey for the second out here in the bottom of the 6th. That's the 4th strikeout for Hudson. Here's Buster Posey. Posey 1 for 2, single back in the 4th. He's now 5 for 13 in the series. Line shot in the left. Henderson's there. Puts it away, and the side is retired in order here in the 6th. So it's getting late on the Giants. We head to the top of the 7th. Oakland leads it 8-3 as they try to take a 3-1 series lead. And here's Jimmy Fox. Fox 0 for 2. He walked and scored a run. Replay Sports. Remind me which game you use for yours. I know I get all the channels confused. I know I've been to your stuff recently, but I never remember who's using which game. Are you using PC Replay? Or am I confusing your stuff with somebody else? Feel free to drop the details into the chat, and hopefully everybody else will go and give you a follow. Fox fouls it off to the right-hand side. Action PC, okay. Here's a delivery. Fox lines one in the right for a base hit. So Double X is on board with a leadoff single to open up the 7th. Giants still have bullpen action, but they're sticking with Tesreau. Yeah, the Giants, they don't know what to do. They really don't. As far as their pitching staff goes, nothing has been effective. McGinnity grinded through that Game 3 win. But nobody has been effective in this series. Actually, the only person who was Al Holland. Got a clean save in Game 3 after Holland was knocked around by the Mets in his 2 prior appearances all the way back in the division series. Game 3 of the World Series was Al Holland's first appearance since Game 2 of the NLDS. He didn't appear at all in the NLCS against the Cardinals. McGuire pulls this one foul into the stands. 1-1 the count. Tesreau delivers. McGuire gets sawed off. In between shot. McCovey goes to second to get Fox forced out there. That's a nice play by Willie McCovey. McGuire gets his bat shattered. McCovey near collision with Tesreau and has the barrel of the bat at his feet. That's a nice play there from Willie McCovey to cut down the lead runner. There's one away. Here's Frank Baker. Baker 1 for 2. And Baker pokes one through the hole on the left. McGuire going for third. Horrible decision by McGuire. He is gunned out by Bobby Thompson. Over-aggressive running there from McGuire. Lindstrom slaps the tag on, and no doubter there. Poor base running by McGuire. That's the second bad base running move he's made in the postseason. I don't remember the exact game, but he had a situation like that against the Cardinals, too, where McGuire forgot that to clock his speed with a sundial and tried to go for an extra base anyway and was gunned down. So 2 away here. Here's Reggie Jackson. Screwball in there for a strike. Tesreau ahead of Jackson 0-2. There's a shot up the middle for Reggie. Base hit in the center. Mays will get it in. First and second now. And it's funny because, so the ratings, if you're not familiar with the show, it's very deep as far as the ratings go. It's really well done. But, so runners have a speed rating, of course. They have a steal rating. And they have what's classified as a base running aggressiveness rating. But the more I see it, I kind of feel like that aggressiveness rating is a little bit more of an intelligence rating than an aggressiveness rating. Because guys who are rated with low base running aggressiveness, a guy like McGuire, a guy like Wilson Ramos, made a terrible base running decision for the Expos back in the division series. Your guys with really low base running aggressiveness also seem to make some bad decisions, so it almost seems like it's kind of mislabeled as to what that actually does. Because you don't see really fast guys making the same bad decisions that some of the slower guys do. So that's just something I'll keep an eye on going forward. Fly ball out to right. Hot puts it away. And the side is retired. 7th inning stretch time here in San Francisco. The Giants have to get something in this inning. Bottom of the order coming up. Hudson's going to stay in. He's at 79 pitches. He's been solid if unspectacular here, but he's got an 8-3 lead to work with. The A's bullpen has been effective, so I imagine if you start seeing Hudson get into trouble, he's going to get yanked from this game. Fastball. Kent tried to hold up. Did not do so. Fastball misses up high. It's 1-1. Greatly appreciate you guys joining me here. I know Saturday morning's not a time I usually broadcast, so I appreciate everybody popping in here to the chat as Kent grounds one to short. Campaneris charges it. Throws to first, and there's one away. Kindly bang that like button if you have not as of yet. If you have not subscribed as of yet, kindly consider doing so. Approaching 300 subs here on the channel, so hoping to get to that mark. As I've joked previously, I think I get a toaster or something when I get to 300. But also subscribing means that once you subscribe for 5 minutes, you can get involved in the chat during these games with a great pack of sports fans, baseball fans in particular, for these broadcasts. So fly out to right. Hudson has 2 set aside quickly here in the bottom of the 7th. Here's Bobby Thompson. Thompson doubled and scored. Ground ball down the third. Thompson goes after the first pitch, hit fairly hard, but right at Baker. It's a 1-2-3 7th for Hudson, and the Giants look listless at this point. We head to the top of the 8th. Shang, Campaneris, and Henderson coming up for the A's, who lead this one 8-3. Here's Wally Shang, 1 for 3, hit a solo homer in the 4th. Shang has quietly had a really good series. He's 6 for 13. Tesreau, after throwing the fuel on the fire right after he came in, has settled in a bit. Screwball misses down low. It's 2-0. Wait, more. It's good remembering that on McGuire. Yes, the first one he was thrown out at the plate. Fastball misses up and away. So Tesreau behind Shang, 3-0 here to start off the 8th. You could argue that it's already the case, but I certainly think that if the A's pick up another run, that is the dagger in the heart of the Giants for this game. Screwball swung on and missed. Shang out in front of it. Count goes full. That's a stroke shot in the right. Nice jump by Mel Ott, though. Ott reads that one well. That was tagged by Shang, but Ott reels it in for the first out.
Now that's Bert Campaneris.
Here's Bert Campaneris. Campaneris 1 for 3. He singled and scored. Campy now hitting .323 in the postseason. Fastball from Tesreau in there for a called strike. You could pretty much hear a pin drop here at Candlestick. Fastball misses down low. Squares the bunt, bunts it foul. Tesreau ahead of Campaneris, 1-2 here. 1 out in the top of the 8th. Screwball misses down low. It's 2-2. There's the pitch. Campaneris fights it off. Count will hold. Again, the A's, the winningest team in this year 1 of the Franchise Stars Baseball League with 111 wins. Campaneris chases one in the dirt. Posey throws him out. Complete the third strikeout for Tesreau and the second out of the inning. The Giants were the second winningest team in the FSBL with 109 wins. The Giants opened the season with 11 straight wins right out of the gate. Henderson to right. Ott going back on it. He hits off his glove. Ott almost makes another terrific play. Can't hold on to that one, and Henderson is in with a 2-out double. So Mel Ott almost with another really, really solid play. Leaps for it. It gets just off the tip of his glove. Henderson pulls in at second. Not an easy play for Mel Ott. And now here's Tilly Walker with Henderson on second. That would have been a hell of a grab by the Otter. Henderson goes to steal third. He is in there with a stolen base. So Henderson, who led the league in steals with 69 during the regular season, picks up the stolen base here. I did too. Yep, I did too. That was, he got there. That's a leaping, lunging grab, and that's not like a graphic that I've seen often. That was a good-looking play, actually. So ground out to Lindstrom. Side is retired. Henderson stranded at third. We head to the bottom of the eighth. Dark, Belt, and Mays the top of the Giants' order. Need to produce a crooked number here. They trail 8-3. Here's Alvin Dark. He's 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Tim Hudson stays in. He's at 84 pitches through 7. Bailey and Hendricks throwing in the A's bullpen. Two and 0 the count. Pitch, fastball in there for a called strike. It's 2-1. Pitch from Hudson, line shot. It's a base hit in the right. So Dark opens up the bottom of the eighth with a leadoff single to try to get a rally going here for the Giants. Now here's Brandon Belt. Belt is 0 for 2. Fastball in there for a called strike. It's 0-1. Belt sacrifice fly and an RBI. Brought home Bobby Thompson for that third run. Fastball misses up high. It's 1-1. Fastball away. Belt fouls it off. Be a happy fan with a World Series souvenir. The count goes to 1-2. Slider misses down and in. I'm inclined to think you turn to the bullpen here if Belt gets on. Borderline pitch there. Fastball misses down and in. Willie Mays waits on deck. Mays has a 2-run homer in this game. There's a shot in the center by Belt. Coming on is Walker, but he'll have to play it on the hop. It's a single for Brandon Belt. The first two men are on for the Giants here in the eighth. And you might be seeing the last stand of the Giants here. So now here's Willie Mays. Will Hudson stay in? The A's bullpen is fresh. And that's going to be it for Hudson. So we'll see where they turn here. Probably won't be a 2-inning save for Fingers. My guess is Andrew Bailey. So Hudson, a very solid job here. Gets into the eighth. Goes 7 innings, 3 runs. Here's Andrew Bailey. Bailey yet to allow a run in this postseason. He's worked 3 scoreless innings. And now, Bailey faces the task of Willie Mays. Mays 1 for 3 with that 2-run homer back in the third. He's got 2 ducks on the pond now. First pitch fastball from Bailey misses down low. Mays 4 for 14 in the series. Replay Sports Channel hoping for a good performance out of Mays here. Bailey peeks at the runners and delivers. Cutter there, Mays fouls it back. It's 1-1. There's the offering. Cutter there, Mays thought he should have hit that one hard. Fouls to the right-hand side, and Bailey is ahead of Mays 1-2. There's a pitch. Mays, deep to right. That's way back. And the Say Hey Kid does it again. Second homer of the game, a 3-run shot. His 7th homer of the postseason. And Willie Mays is trying to carry the Giants single-handedly across the finish line here to keep them alive. And this game is now 8-5. 3-run homer for Willie Mays. And the crowd here at Candlestick wakes up. Deep to right center. Mays knew it off the bat. I'm sorry, I think I just said 8-5. 8-6. It's a 2-run ball game. Here's Melott. And now if you're the A's, you've got to consider getting Rollie Fingers up and warm. Fastball misses 1-1. Season. But every hit that he's had has seemed to be a big one. Remains during the regular season. 296, 45 homers, 128 runs batting in. And now here's Melott. Mentioned this being the last stand for the Giants. Fastball misses inside. It's 2-2. Giants have 6 runs. Mays has driven in 5. The crowd here at Candlestick has come alive. Fly ball to right. He just missed that one. Jackson's underneath it. Not frustrated. He felt like he had a pitch to drive there, but he flies out to Jackson, and there's one away. Here's Willie McCovey. McCovey is 0 for 2. Walked in the second. Let's see if they show us a camera angle of the A's bullpen. Try to show us who's in there. Oh, McCovey loses his bat. That sails over the dugout. McCovey will get some fresh lumber here. Fouls off the cutter. It goes to 0-2. Curveball misses down low. So now if you're the Giants, you hope you can at least get a couple more base runners on this inning. Even if you don't produce anything, get yourself a chance to get that order turned over in the ninth. Curveball misses low and away. Heads up, yep. Yeah, Willie McCovey throwing a bat at you seems like a somewhat scary proposition. Curveball down in the dirt again. Buster Posey waits on deck. High fastball. Bailey fans McCovey. Swings and misses. First strikeout for Bailey, and there's 2 down here in the 8th.
The batter, number 28.
So Bailey dials it up. Fans McCovey, that's a huge out. And here's Rollie Fingers. The A's are going to turn to Fingers for a 4-out save. Fingers had converted 4 for 4 before blowing his last save opportunity. This is his first appearance of this series. He blew Game 6 against the Indians in the ALCS. Manny Ramirez with the dramatic 3-run homer to tie it in the bottom of the 9th in a game the Indians won in the 10th. Nobody is rattled thinking that Rollie Fingers is going to have any lingering effects of that. But he is behind Posey, 2-0 here. High fastball. Posey swinging 2-0, fouls it back. Bernard notes getting Ott and McCovey is not easy. No, especially after now all of a sudden you're pitching to those two under pressure too. Posey, line shot in the right center. That's going to go to the wall. Posey's around first. Jackson retrieves it. Posey will pull in at second with a stand-up two-out double. And the Giants, who trailed this game 8-3, now have the tying run to the plate. Posey has had a low-key terrific postseason. Good piece of hitting there by Buster. And here's Jeff Kent. Kent 1 for 3. Slider swung on and missed. That was not a great location for that pitch from Rollie Fingers. Wants to keep that ball a bit lower than that. Slider swung on and missed. Bernard, you're at Hall of Fame about Kent? Absolutely. Absolutely. Jeff Kent is not in the Hall because the press didn't like him. Slider misses down low. It's 1-2. And Kent could be a jerk, but look at the guy's numbers. The guy belongs in the Hall. Fastball misses up high. 2-2 the count. We'll put him in the Hall if he homers here. Fastball struck him out. Up and in. Kent is not happy. Not happy at all. That's the second time that Kent's been rung up today on a questionable pitch. But Fingers gets them out of the eighth. Mays with the 3-run homer. The Giants narrow the gap. We head to the ninth inning of Game 4. A's 8, Giants 6. Here's Jimmy Fox. Fox 1 for 3, singled and scored. Screw ball from Tesville. Misses for ball 1. Fastball at the knees. On the whole, Tesro's really done a very nice job out of the Giants bullpen here. They have desperately needed it. You know, he gave up that home run to Jackson right as he came in. But since then, I don't really think that's the case, Bernard. How often a pitch is missed. I mean, you know, if you look at the pitch trap, that's right on the corner. I mean, you'll see that in Major League Baseball all the time. One of the reasons why they want robo-umps. There's a base hit up the middle. So Fox with the leadoff single here to start the ninth. And here's Mark McGwire. Back in the first, McGwire, 2-run shot. Put the A's out to the early lead. Screwball there, called for a strike on the inside corner. Fastball there. This is up and away. Ball there, right at the top of the zone, 1-2. Through ball swung on and missed. Down goes McGwire. And there's one out.
Now batting, third baseman, home run, Baker.
Yeah, I'll respectfully disagree. I don't really think I think it's a very kind of realistic, you know, dealing of how the strike zone is. For one thing, you also have, umpire variability in there. So the box that it shows you is what the strike zone should be. But if you've got variable umpiring on, every ump has a different strike zone too, which is how the majors are. So I actually think it's a very good representation. Screwball there, misses away. 1-1 to Baker, man on first. Tesreau trying to keep this game steady where it's at. Baker, shot out into right. That ball's tagged. Off the wall. Played nicely by off the wall. Misses the cutoff man, but it's backed up by McCovey. Second and third with one out, and now this is a big spot here in this one. Just as Al Red Sox fan joined us. Al, how are you, my friend? I hope all is well with you. Great to see you. Thanks for checking in here for a bit. This game was a blowout, but the Giants have scraped and clawed their way back in. There's Reggie Jackson his last time up. Actually, not his last time up, 2 times up ago. 2-run homer from Reggie. I think you've got to get Tesreau out of this game. They're going to walk Jackson. So they're going to intentionally walk Reggie to bring up the force and the bases loaded, set up the possible double play. And now it's going to be Marcus Semien. Semien is 0 for 4. Semien, not the easiest guy in the world to double up. And again, it gives you an idea of how bad the Giants' bullpen has been in this postseason. They are going to leave Tesreau in here. They don't feel like they have anybody to turn to. Kent robs him to second. On the first, Semien beats it out. A run scores. Terrific play by Jeff Kent. They get the force at second. Semien gets down the line well and beats it out. The run does come in to score. And it's now 9-6. Close play there. You can see Semien just beat it out. And now Tesreau comes out. Here's Red Ames. Ames, 3 appearances. He's only gone an inning and 2/3. He's kind of finished off a couple of innings. I'm surprised Ames wasn't the guy they originally turned to. So now here's Wally Shang. The A's have the lead back up to 3. 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. Shang goes the other way, and this is going to be extra bases. 1 run will score. Thompson gets the throw in. Runner being waved around aggressively, and he's going to be gunned down. Semien tries to score. He's thrown out at the plate. But the run scores on the double, and the A's pick up 2 runs here in the top of the 9th, and that should be the exclamation point. The A's just continue to answer. 10-6, bottom of the 9th. Raleigh Fingers deals with the Giants here. Freddie Lindstrom to lead things off. Every time the Giants try to get themselves back into it, the A's answer. Ground ball to second. Semien throws Lindstrom out, and there's 1 away. Sure, everyone here already has, but if you have not as of yet, please make sure you check out and subscribe to Al's wonderful channel. Al, you have any broadcasts going on today, my friend? If you do, drop the details into the chat. Be sure to check it out. So here's Bobby Thompson, 1 for 3. Popped up. Baker in foul ground. Puts it away, and the Giants are down to their final out. What a huge 2 runs those were in the top of the 9th. Jeff Kent with a terrific play. Semien barely beats it out to stay out of the double play. Got a run home, kept the inning alive. Shang drove in another one. The complexion and the situation of this inning changes significantly if it enters at 8-6 rather than 10-6. You can see the life sucked out of the San Francisco Giants. First pitch strike from Fingers to Alvin Dark. Dark dunks one into right. Jackson's coming on. He gets there. Basket catch from Reggie, and the A's take a commanding 3-1 series lead with a 10-6 win, and their ace, Rube Waddell, set to start Game 5. Solid outing from Tim Hudson. Fingers comes on for the 4-out save. The A's hit 4 home runs on the day. And the Giants are a game away from elimination. Hudson 7 innings, he did allow 5 runs. Only 6 hits, 4 strikeouts. Carl Hubbell knocked around for the second time in this series. Fingers' 5th save of the playoffs. A's 10 runs, 16 hits, no errors. Giants 6 runs, 8 hits, no errors. Thank you, Bernard. I appreciate that. My pleasure. Thanks for checking in. As Dwayne Mart's YouTube network asks, can the Giants win 3 in a row? I don't think their pitching can pull it together 3 straight times. Not the way these A's are going. I just think that the A's have too much going on right now. They're hitting. Their offense is clicking. Again, you're going to ask the Giants to beat Waddell, Grove, and Hunter in 3 straight. I don't know if you could bring Hudson back on 3 days rest even if you're not confident in Hunter, but Hunter had 2 great starts in the championship series, so I think Hunter would probably be the guy to start that Game 7. As Beatles notes, Mays was great today. 2 homers, 5 RBIs. Mays literally tried to carry the Giants to victory in this one, but unsuccessfully. Bill North gets player of the game, even though he left the game injured. 2 for 3, a homer, 3 RBIs. I'm not sure we'll see North in the rest of this series, but Tilly Walker has been great, so that's no problem. From the A's perspective, I just think there's too much working against the Giants that in order for the Giants to get this done. There you see the box score. 16 hits for the A's. 3 ribbies for North, pair of ribbies for McGuire, Jackson, and Shang. Scroll on down here. Stolen bases for Campaneris and Ricky. Here you see Hudson. So Hudson has not been great. But, this was a game I feel like Hudson pitched better than that line. To me, 5 runs over 7. I think Hudson outperformed that line a little bit. It's a little bit deceptive. Go to the Giants box score, though. 8 hits, 6 runs. Struck out 6 times. 5 ribbies from Mays. But Ott and McCovey, 0 for 4 and 0 for 3. And that's big. If you can hold those guys down, goes a long, long way. That 8th inning certainly could have been much worse. Hubbell battered again. That's just the Giants. You're asking an awful lot of the Giants to piece this together. So the Giants will turn to Tim Keefe for Game 5 to battle Rube Waddell, who has been absolutely outstanding throughout the playoffs. Can Waddell clinch the first FSBL title for the Oakland A's? We will find out. Not sure when the next broadcast will be. There's a chance it'll be late tonight. Will kind of depend on what what the rest of my day and night brings, plans with the wife, etc., etc. But she does fall asleep earlier than I do. So if I can get a broadcast started by like 11:30, I will probably do Game 5 tonight. If not, then I'm not sure when the next broadcast would be. But I greatly appreciate all you guys joining me here on this Saturday morning. Al, always good to see you, my friend. Al and I have talked about me going on a Friends of the Channel broadcast with Al and talking shop for months now. We just can't work out a time, but hopefully we'll get that done at some point. Bernard, thank you for joining. Beatles, Steve, Tate, Dwayne Mart's YouTube Network, Replay, Sports Channel. Nathaniel Lentz, thank you all for spending some time with me here on this Saturday morning. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. The Oakland A's, 1 win away from a World Series title. Be good to each other, guys, and we'll talk soon.